I'll show you guys that might have the same problem. Maybe you had this is an early fender, and some of you guys go, "Oh, I gotta find another early fender." And good luck, you know. I mean, you're lucky if you can find an original fender, you know, an early one. But they're out there, you know. If you really gotta have that perfect, correct car and all that stuff, you know, not for me, but you can do that. But if you're like me and you want to make an early fender out of a late model fender, because that was what was on the car, so why would I go look for one? Here's how you do it. I use a 1/4 inch tape. I use this for a lot of things, so I always have a roll of this laying around. And then so if you take from the center here, well, it's pretty close to center, should be centered, and then you go to this hole back here. It's almost a perfect straight line. Okay, it is pretty perfect straight line. And then what you want to do is you want to measure from right here to the center of this hole. So you're going to have to eyeball that a little bit. If it's a 1/16 of an inch off, it's not going to make much difference. So eyeball the center of this, so everything's on center. And then take your tape and make another nice straight line from the center of here to here, and measure from here to that mark where you figured out on the other side. So I'm going to do that real quick so that we get this all figured out pretty easily. Hang on one second, I'm going to put you on pause. So that measurement is actually 6. Yeah, let me see if I can get this thing to focus in. There we go. It was right 6 and 11/16, I believe it was. Let me see here. It was 6 and 11/16. So 5/8 is there. 1/16 past that is 11/16. So you measure back 6 and 11/16 to here on this fender. Let me do that. I'll put a mark on there for us. So you put your mark here on this side, and the center of that is going to be your drill point for your hole saw. Okay, this is an original 65 fender, or late model. I'm going to say, I don't know what year, late of the early style, and this is an early one. So if you have an early bug, you could actually, and you have 2 late fenders, I went ahead and filled the hole that was in it, which was way back here somewhere. It was about right here. And was planning on re-drilling this so that I could turn it back into an early fender. So, but that 6 and 11/16 is the drilling point. So what you do is you take your hole saw. You're going to want to drill that out, and the holes on either side is of this thing. So you go with these centers of these holes. You can always go with the center of the hole when you do this, because it is between the two is I can hold this thing still, 2 3/8 looks like. It's a metric size. From this hole, so I can show you, from this hole to this hole centered, this one to that one centered is 2 3/8. So then you're going to need to drill 2 more holes 2 3/8 apart, centered on this hole. Okay, for your turn signal. I don't have the exact size of this, I'm sure I don't, but I've done this before with the wrong size. I use a little bit smaller size maybe, and then just drill this hole. So If you need the exact size of the hole, you don't have it. I'm sure that there is a, oh, I'll tell you what it is. It's inch and a half hole. So the hole's an inch and a half around. So I might even have the right size. So put a nice inch and a half hole right in the middle. Use that as a drill point, and then set your turn signal in. That's how you do it. It's that easy.